I've been teaching in rural communities my entire career, so 26 years in rural district. I cut my teeth on a very small district. Literally, the school was out in the woods on a hill. I had no idea that there were such small school districts. No idea that 16 in a graduating class even existed. I mean, how could they operate that way? I don't know, maybe I had dreams of being Laura Ingalls Wilder teaching out on the prairies. I came to Mauston, which is slightly larger. When I first started here 18 years ago, I think our student population was at 600, and now we're, I think, running about 450. So our issue is both attracting teachers and retaining teachers. What if we incubated future teachers just like we do future doctors? So today's focus, and our panel is here to speak about the things that they do outside of the classroom, professionally and personally, that enrich what they do in the classroom. If we have an interest in going into that career and we have the experts in the building, why are we not supporting those kids who are making that choice? Educators Rising is essentially a future teachers club. It's a national organization and it's powered by Phi Delta Kappa International. At the heart of Educators Rising is getting students experiences, helping them build credentials, channeling them into maybe service projects that will expose them to what it's like to work with the age group that they're thinking about, and then again helping them build the credentials and experience. Well, the first step, reach out to guidance counselors and ask them which kids are on your radar to becoming teachers. Reach out and saying, hey, we're starting a club to support people who are thinking about going into the profession, and are you interested in joining us? And then the second group, I sent out an email to all of the teachers in the district and said, hey, who do you know, who have you heard that's thinking about going into education? And so the teachers just flooded my inbox with kids that they had heard were considering a career in education. And those kids weren't on the radar for our guidance counselors. So now all of a sudden I thought maybe there'd be 2 or 3 that would be interested in being in the club, but then last year I think at the end of the year we had 24. The third thing is to reach out to parents. So at parent-teacher conferences, I usually have a little table that has some information on it about Educators Rising. And sometimes parents want their children to think about going into education, but they didn't know that there was a club. And so they asked me will you go talk to my daughter and see if she's interested, or can you put her on the next email? So getting the information out to the families and to the community too sometimes.
I love with Educators Rising that it's kind of a club where you feel like you're elevated, or like you're given the tools to know where you're going. So like things like college fairs, you kind of get a little flavor. But with Educators Rising, you really get to know like this is what being a teacher is going to be like. You're hearing firsthand from teachers who work in the building with you, who teach you what their perspective is. So it really gives me the tools that I need to know if this is something that I really want to do.